Every photographer loves some good exposure, and they're getting it this month in Alberta during a special festival. Galleries all over the province are hosting exhibitions featuring their images. Kevin Fleming reports.
He uses a new version of an old camera. Braden Kowalchuk is passionate about taking photos with his large format camera. His favorite is telling a story through pictures of complete strangers he meets in Calgary.
The good thing about using the 8x10 camera is the quality, even though the camera looks old-timey, is actually quite detailed. I mean, you could think of it as the film negative is actually the size of a piece of paper, right? So you can imagine all the detail you can kind of get in that.
David Christensen stumbled across thousands of large format negatives from the 1960s by an unknown photographer. They're an example of how photoshopping was done before the digital age.
He'd take an 8x10 negative, he'd take it back to the office, and a retoucher would go and mask off various areas of that negative just to highlight the equipment, because ultimately these photographs were meant for product catalogs. So by masking off various areas of the negative, they could just print them as white area and you would only see the equipment itself.
Sparrow Art Space is one of a number of galleries hosting exhibitions for the Exposure Photography Festival.
And also they invite other galleries and really any spaces to participate in having a photography exhibition for the festival. So it's wonderful that it's so inclusive, and there's so many interesting photography exhibits to see.
Above the gallery is Milo Delohi's studio. He's hosting an event for people to have their portrait taken surrounded by his art.
I'm going to try to pull something out of them, draw something out of them, throw them off a little bit, find a real side to them. It's not a regular portrait, it's a work of art.
The festival runs throughout the month of February. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.